Hey everyone, it is Dave. Welcome in. It's time to talk about modules 14 and 15. What's exciting about that is next time I talk to you, we're going to be doing 16 and 17, which means that the end of the semester is arriving very, very quickly. In Module 14, we're going to be dealing with the last of the major artistic mediums, both sculpture and then performance art. And then following that in Module 15, we're going to be looking at some time periods, ancient Egyptian art, along with Renaissance art. We have a discussion board that deals with ancient Egyptian art, and then we have our quiz, and that is all the projects for the coming 2 weeks. So with that, let's head over to the Canvas site. I'll walk you through the next two modules. All right, here we are on the Canvas site, modules 14 and 15. So up top of the module 14, we have our usual suspects here. Our first lecture is on sculpture. We've got our lecture and study guide, followed by the further exploration material. It's important to watch the lost wax process video. It shows how to create a hollow sculpture. And then we also have a really cool artwork. This is an installation that was done in front of a museum down in South America. And it's by Chris Burden. You'll see him in the performance art lecture for creating the artwork called Shoot. And you'll also see him with the lights out in front of LACMA. He's really a very talented artist. Beam Drop is one of my favorites that he creates. So make sure to watch that video as well. Jumping down to performance art, we've got our lecture, study guide, and the further exploration section. So there is a short reading about conceptual art here. You do want to watch the video on Shoot here. The flying steamroller is a lot of fun. It's just a very quick video. This one here is like 10 minutes long. Just fast forward to a couple of spots. I probably wouldn't spend more than 30 seconds to a minute watching this video. You'll get the idea early on what's happening. But you should watch this one here. The artist is present. And this one is quite cool as well. It's part of the artist is present, but it's this guy here is actually this guy here, her boyfriend back in the day. And one work I could not embed was this one here. It's inspired work by Marina Abramovic. It's a takeoff of one of her early performances. So there are substantial amounts of performances you should watch. And then we're going to jump over to the journal. For the journal, I thought we would just have a little bit of fun. I'm going to have you fold an origami animal. And all you have to do is jump over to this website for YouTube and choose an animal to create. So just no paper airplanes, please. And I do ask that you write CSUF somewhere on the animal. That would be great. And all you'll do for that journal is submit a picture of the animal. So then we have a discussion board. And next week, Module 15 has a lecture on ancient Egypt. So what I'd like you to do is to share your favorite work of Egyptian art. Or if you don't have a favorite work, just choose one that you're interested in learning more about. You can even just do a Google image search for ancient Egyptian art and see what comes up and choose something that speaks to you. You want to write a paragraph about the work, where you found out about it, why you like it, what is it made from, when was it found, what was its purpose, things like that. There are some banned artworks because most of my students choose these three. So please do not choose the pyramids at Giza. You may choose any other of the 95 pyramids that we find in Egypt. The bent pyramid is fine. The black pyramid is fine. The red pyramid is fine. Anything like that. Even a mastaba is terrific. The Mask of King Tut, you can choose anything else from the tomb if you want to do that. And also the Bust of Nefertiti. Please do not use any of those three artworks. So to recap, You're going to decide on an ancient Egyptian artwork to share. You're going to upload a picture of the artwork, write a paragraph about it, comment on one other group member's choice, 25 points for the post, 5 for the response. This is an example, roughly, of how much writing I'm looking for. The first post is due April 27th, the reply by May 4th. Uploading an image, I think we've done that before, is pretty easily. Remember, all you have to do is click reply. Uploading the image is this one here. So just click, upload an image. Do not attach the image as a file. Just upload the image as is, and then please reduce the size as well to keep it under 5 megabytes so that there's enough room in the discussion board. And that is it for Module 14. Let's jump to Module 15. So usual stuff up top. The Art of Ancient Egypt lecture study guide, and then the further exploration section is pretty intense. Just choose a couple of these that you want to watch. There's a great NPR program about the hidden chambers that they found behind King Tut's tomb. Pictorial necklace, Akhenaten, walking around the Great Pyramids. I've got a couple music videos. The mummification process here is really important. I would watch that video for sure. A fun video on the mummification wrap. Another In Search Of episode. A lot of my students have asked about the day of the Book of the Dead, rather, and this is a great, it's an hour-long lecture, but it's really very, very interesting. So you might want to bookmark that for later on in the summer, and then also a documentary on the secrets of the pharaohs. There's some commercials and other things prior to this beginning, so it does begin 4 minutes into the video. And again, you don't have to watch everything there. Just choose a couple things that might look fun to check out. And then we're going to go to Italian Renaissance art. So 2 different cultures this week. The video or the lecture and study guide, and then the further exploration has you at the Sistine Chapel. You can look all around, zoom in, zoom out at all the images and the paintings that are there. So the walking tour of St. Peter's is really incredible. It's about a 20-minute tour, so again, something you may want to just watch a little bit of or bookmark for the summer, but you will be amazed at how large this place is and how much art is within St. Peter's. Donatello's David, Michelangelo's David, both of those extremely important sculptures. And then also for Medici Godfathers of the Renaissance, this is again, an optional video for the course, but if you're really into the Renaissance, this is a fantastic video. It was done about 20 years ago, and it's really, really fun because it puts you right back into Florence, Italy during the early 1400s, and to see what life was like was pretty amazing. After that, we have our quiz, so just 20 questions within 20 minutes, and for our journal, it takes us to the Last Supper painting. So after you've watched the lecture on the Last Supper, you're also going to download this PDF. The PDF has 8 different topics to discuss and 2 questions per topic that you're going to answer. So here is the Last Supper today. Here's what it would have been when it was first painted. So almost a totally different looking image. We can talk about line, color, light, composition, perspective, 8 different topics, and you'll have questions underneath each topic. The third one is always optional. Don't bother with the third one. Just answer 2 questions per topic and 2 topics. So you will submit your answers to 4 questions. And that should be everything for these weeks. Next time I talk to you, I will tell you about Modules 16 and 17. That will end out the class. And just as a reminder, that last week of class will end on a Friday. You do not get that extra weekend. So I will also have the journal submission link open once I have modules 16 and 17 open as well. So you can start loading those in. All right, I will see you soon.